So my name is Teresa Bridgewood, and I am one of the career advisors within the Careers, Placements and Employability team. So I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about how we can support you. Okay, so as a wider team, we cover quite a lot of different areas. We've got the career advisors that offer the personalised support. We've got a careers hub which offers in-person appointments, and we also offer online appointments as well. We offer support for life, so even when you finished your course and you graduated, you can still come back to us for support with your career. We've got a portal that advertises jobs, both graduate level, placements, opportunities, part-time work. We've got an international mobility section that offer support with studying and working abroad. We've got different awards that you can work towards and gain certificates for. We do events and career fairs. We've got a central placements team, and we've also got an area that looks after entrepreneurship for those people that are thinking about starting their own job company. So a basic overview of what the careers department can help you with while you're a student and beyond. So it can be anything from if you're not sure what you want to do when you finish. So sometimes it can be quite clear to you. You've got your path sorted out, you know what you want to do, and then sometimes you're not sure, or something happens or something changes and you think, oh, I'm not sure what I want to do now. You can come to us and we can have a chat with you about your options and your next steps forward. We can help you with putting together a British CV and cover letter. So that's always a big thing. That's one thing that we would urge everybody to come to us from day one. We can start working with you on your CV so that you're ready to apply for any types of work that you're interested in during your time here. Also applications. So sometimes it might be an application form or a personal statement that a company will be wanting. And again, we can help you with things like that. We can help you look for jobs and where to look for jobs. So it's a case of what websites are out there, what resources are out there, and help support you with that. We can help you with the interview processes. So thinking about what sort of questions might come up in an interview, thinking about how to put yourself across, how to answer different types of questions, what to ask the employer, the sorts of things that might come up in a job interview. We help with anybody thinking of self-employment or freelancing. If you're just looking for a part-time job, that's fine, you could come to us. And we can also help you with things like your LinkedIn profile as well. So we cover anything career related you can ask us for support on. Okay. We hold different events throughout the year. The main ones are the Connected Futures career fairs, and they take place around October time, and then we normally have another event around February, March time, and that will be employers coming onto campus who have got jobs or will be recruiting students, will be recruiting for different types of work. And again, that can be anything from a part-time job to volunteering experience to jobs when you finish. So that is the main one is in October. It's called Connected Future, so keep an eye out for that. And then we normally do another event around February, March time as well. And you can also see there our GradX event, which is a massive event that we hold at the end of each academic year for the final year students. And that is an opportunity for them to present their work to employers and judges. We also have other events going on throughout the year. A lot of them are tailored towards courses. So you might find that, you have an employer come in to talk to you, or you might find that there's a business challenge involved or something like that. So there are other events that go on throughout the year as well. But the main ones that we deal with are the career fairs.
to everybody to our 24th GradX, and it's fantastic to see so many people here. GradX is the culmination of the studies of our final year students, and of course we're immensely proud.
The experience today at GradX has been really rewarding. I feel like it's really helped me sort of demonstrate my hard work over the last year really, so from that point of view it's amazing. Plus you're getting to show off your talent to industry people, which is another really important aspect, I think.
It's been awesome to sort of have the opportunity to showcase my own work to people outside of the university. You can speak to so many different people from different backgrounds. We've got people from games, we've got people from general technology here as well, so it's great just having the opportunity to showcase our stuff and just, you know, be proud of what we've done.
It's really inspiring to see what the students have been working on during their degree. The students were really great at talking about what they created, the concepts behind them, so it's been really difficult to make a decision today.
The quality is so high, and actually the passion that students are actually putting in is fantastic. It's fantastic to see. We want to bring in people who will bring in different ideas, different thoughts. We want to be questioned. We want workflows to be challenged. We want ideas. We want passion. That's what we want, bringing young people into our world.
People coming from the industry, giving their personal opinion, and you know, they're out there living it every day, has been really crucial to our development, and I think it's going to help us learn new skills when we do go into the industry, and taking on their feedback further to help us develop into new designers.
I would recommend exhibiting your work at GradX both online and in person, but it's just been really nice being able to speak to them where they can give us on-hand feedback as to what it is currently like in industry and such, because it is constantly evolving and that, so it is really good to get present on-hand feedback from them.
So it's really quite a nice event, I think, and really quite useful that you have other industries and agencies here or other businesses, which is again a lovely link for the students. So it's really creative actually and innovative, I think, which is really always lovely to see.
It's a brilliant concept for students to get involved with, because I think if they don't, then you're only going to miss out on valuable feedback as well as potential networking and connections you can create from the industry. It was a very valuable experience.
It's great to have an early rapport with them and to be able to help shape the way that they learn and the way that they carry themselves from university into the industry. We can help inform universities on what it is we as an industry actually need, and then they help by providing us workers that are skilled in the tools and technologies that we use.
I'm delighted to celebrate the culmination of 3 years of your hard work. To see your high quality work from the student body, how it's been created and also judged. The feedback from employers I think is compelling. Good luck and hope to see you in graduation. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, we've got our Career Connect portal, which is our website, and within there's lots and lots of career related resources. So you've got anything from a CV builder, which basically shows you your boxes that you need to fill in and tells you what information, and it puts together a CV for you. It's also got CV 360, where you can put your CV through software and it will give you a certain amount of sort of AI feedback to it. It's got job searching facilities. You can book appointments on there with the team, and lots of other resources. Okay. And then these are our contact details. So very simple email address, careers@staffs.ac.uk. Our website is on there, and then also our social media as well. If you're going to become a student here, I would recommend you get in contact with us from day one, and we can work with you whatever stage you're at with your career and with your ideas. We can work with you from day one.
Shall we move on then? And then we'll come back, as I say, later on. So if anyone does any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat and we can come back to those later. So I'm now going to hand over to Sam.
Well, thanks, Ellie. Good afternoon, good morning, everyone, wherever you may be. Thank you for joining the session today. My name is Sam and I work in the Unitemps team at the University of Staffordshire. So who are Unitemps and what do we do? So Unitemps first started off in Warwick in 1997, and it's been at the University of Staffordshire from 2012. So essentially, Unitemps is the recruitment agency model. So we work with companies in the local area to try and find jobs for our students and graduates and the local community. So from August last year up until now, we've placed 528 students with jobs, 172 graduates into employment, and 90 staffs into employment. So looking at those stats, we do have a lot of jobs throughout the year for students and graduates. So my job is that I work on the external side of things. So I work with companies in the local area to try and fill positions. We also have jobs internally at the university. So we have jobs such as cleaners jobs, work in hospitality, work in graduation, and student ambassador positions. So these are all internal jobs within the university. So if you guys are living on campus and you want a job close to home, there are jobs available within the university that we can help fill for you guys. Again, we offer all kinds of different work. So we offer temporary positions, such as Christmas temporary jobs, summer temp jobs. We offer permanent positions on a part-time basis as well. So we work with you guys as best as possible to fit around your course studies. And at Unitemps, it is operational at 20 different universities across the UK. So if you guys have got any friends who are going to university across the country, not Staffordshire University, like I did say, Unitemps is operational at 20 different universities. So it's well worth a check to see if we are at the university they're going to. So this is just a few examples of where we are based across the UK. So obviously we're based at Staffordshire University, but we've also got Unitemps branches in Teesside, in Nottingham, Leicester, Salford and Warwick. We're all across the UK. So again, we've won a few awards in the last few years. So every September, all the Unitemps branches across the UK get together for their annual conference. So within the past couple of years, the Unitemps team at Staffordshire University did win Unitemps Branch of the Year in 2023. And this just recognises the impact that we have on students and graduates and how many we place into positions. So every few months, our team go on mapping campaigns and events. So to try and generate new business leads, we attend business parks across Staffordshire and Cheshire for like themed events such as Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day. And all we do is we go out to the different business parks, represent Unitemps, tell them who we are, what we do, what amazing students and graduates we have at the university, just to try and generate a few more jobs to try and fill with staff, students or graduates. So the benefits for students, so why would you come to Unitemps and how we can help you? So the jobs that we have are very flexible. So most of our companies offer flexible working hours and days. So if you're in university on Monday and Tuesday and you're off timetable Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, the companies can say to us, the students can work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on a part-time basis. If you're in Thursday, Friday, they'll say you can work on a Monday and Tuesday. So they're really flexible in regards to your timetables. We can help you guys out financially. We can appreciate how expensive things can be this time, the world that we're in currently. So again, it's a really good way for you guys to earn a bit of extra money whilst you're at university. It's gaining and developing life skills. So speaking to companies, one of the things they always say to us is, what experience do the candidates have? So when you're employed through us, we try and find you work experience that's relatable to your degree. So when you finish university, you've got some, valid work experience, towards your degree, which is a really, really important thing to put on your CV. Again, it's building long-term employability and potential. So if you're working for a company on a part-time basis throughout university, when you come to graduate, there may be a position within that business. So when you finish university, you can walk straight into a full-time employment opportunity. So these are just a few examples of the jobs we've got on our system currently. And we don't really specialise in a certain area. We work with companies all sizes, big and small. So we work with companies such as accounting firms, engineering, sports coaches, web developers, marketing and communication. So on the right hand side just here, you can see these are the kind of jobs we've got live on our website at the moment. So before you can start to work through Unitemps, you have to complete a right to work check. This is for all candidates who work through us. So I believe most of you guys are international students. So what we need from you guys is something called a payroll form. So we send you a payroll form across, And this is basically where you fill out your details just to provide your bank details, just to make sure you get paid for working the jobs. We need a Home Office online check. So this is just an example of the Home Office online check here. So this is basically where you just put your share code number in here, your nationality, and what visa you're on currently. I believe most of you will be on a student visa, where you can work 20 hours maximum per week. We also need a student visa declaration form. So this is the student visa declaration form on the left-hand side just here. This is where you just input your details for what course you're currently studying at the university and when you're expected to graduate. We also need a student status letter. So when you start a course at Staffordshire University, your student status letter will look like something like this on the right-hand side. This is just to confirm that you're studying at university, and it will just say your course, your term dates on there. Again, you will be sent this across over email. If you can't find it on your email when you do start, please don't worry. There is a student hub in the Science Centre at the University of Staffordshire where they can send you this again over email if you can't find it on your emails. If you want to work more hours in the holidays, that is absolutely fine. So during summer, Easter and Christmas, you can work more than 20 hours per week. If that's the case and you want to work more hours, you just need to provide Unitemps with a holiday letter, which you can get from the student hub, and this allows you to work more than 20 hours per week whilst you're not studying at university. For anyone who's graduating from university, we still need the same documentation, except we just need a proof of course completion letter, and you can get this when you graduate from university. If you apply for a graduate visa and you're still waiting for the documentation to come through, that's absolutely fine. As long as you provide us with evidence of your ECS check, you can work full-time hours until you receive your graduate visa. And again, these are just the examples of the forms that you need to fill out. The student visa declaration form and the Home Office online check form, we will send that across to you guys to complete. And the student status letter, like I mentioned earlier, you should receive this on your email, or if not, you can get this sent to you again if you can't find it. So how to sign up to the Unitemps website? If you've got your phones on you now, please feel free to scan the QR code and to create an account with us. If you're coming to university in September, October time, it's best to sign up to our website anytime from now, because our jobs do get very, very popular. So if you sign up to our website today, you can receive the most up-to-date job alerts anytime from now. So you can apply for jobs, even if you're not studying university at the moment, you can still apply for jobs now. And then when you come to Staffordshire University, we can complete a right to work check and all being well, try and get you a job as soon as you start working here. And that's all for me from my side of things. Do you guys have any questions for me at all?
Thank you very much, Sam. There's a question in the chat from Brian. I
Okay.
think this is more based on your opinion. So, what is your view on the big four accounting firms? It seems more competitive to get into one. What advice would you give to strive in a competitive corporate world?
Yeah, so it's difficult to say really, Brian. We tend to work, like I mentioned earlier, we work with all companies in different sectors, so we don't just focus on accountancy firms. All companies are different to one another. Some companies come to us and say they want an experienced candidate who might have 2 or 3 years experience on the accounting side of things. So we might have a few graduates who graduated, 3 or 4 years ago, who might have greater experience than a student. Or some companies are different. They sometimes come to us and say, we're looking for a fresh graduate from university or a current student at the moment who's studying at university. We want somebody young to come into our team to bring in fresh new ideas. So it just depends on the business, to be honest with you, and what they're looking for.
Thank you. Teresa, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, what I would say, there are some very competitive industries out there at the moment, and what we would always recommend is that you think to yourself, what is it about you and what is on your CV that will make you better than another candidate? I always think if you put everybody in the room who studied the same degree and is in the same situation, you need to be thinking, what have I done or what can I do while I'm at university to add to my CV, whether it be part-time work, whether it be volunteering, whether it be, anything that you can put on your CV to make you that step higher than somebody else that's done the same degree as yourselves. And again, with these big companies, it's very competitive. So it's all about, you know, a lot of the time the degree isn't enough. It's what you do as well as the degree that puts you on a higher level than other people.
Thank you, Teresa. Vera, you had your hand up next. If we can go to you, you pop your mic on.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Vera.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I just had a quick question. I never really received those documents, and I've applied for the student content creator, and I do have like an interview. So after I would like secure the job, would they be giving me the documents?
So have you got an account with us already? Sorry, Vera, was that?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you are successful for the position, the company will get in touch with the Unitemps and say Vera's been successful in the position. Can we move forward with with the next steps? So what happens is then a member of staff will be in touch with yourself, Vera. Just give you a call and say you've been successful in the position. They'll then send you an email across with all the documentation that you need to fill out. Once you fill that out, we'll upload it to our system, then give you a quick call just to let you know when you are compliant in our system and when you can start to work.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Sam. The next question we have is, do you help students to get jobs in the sports or soccer industry?
Yeah, so at the moment, my manager, Lizzie, she's working for a company. I think she's filled about 18 jobs. So the company, they offer different sports sessions. So they go to different primary schools, different high schools around the local area and deliver sports sessions. So this can be anywhere from football coaches, tennis coaches to swimming instructors. So we do have, these are mainly popular around the summertime when schools start to break up, so for the 6 weeks holidays. But we do sometimes get sports coaches coming up at any time throughout the year, so that's something we can definitely help with. Yeah.
Lovely, thank you. And that leads on to another question that's similar, specifically about software engineers for part-time jobs and how often students actually get those jobs as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to scroll up the chat now. Sorry. So look. Yeah, so software engineers. So we are working with a company at the moment based in Crewe who are looking for some, I think it's 2 positions that they're looking to be filled for software engineers. And again, how often the jobs get filled with students, it just depends on who applies for the job anytime throughout the year. Some companies target students, either first, second, or third year students. Some companies tend to target third year students who are graduating this year. So they can work on a part-time basis, and once they graduate, they can step into a full-time employment opportunity. But again, it just really depends on the company's needs and when they're looking to start work. But software engineers is definitely something that we have filled previously. Yes.
Thank you. Teresa, I'm going to put this question to you if that's okay. So if a student can start his or her own establishment or business, do you support their dreams and in what capacity?
Right, so there's a range of support available for those that want to set up their own business. There is a scheme, Be Inspired, which runs every year. And on top of that, there is advice about all of the elements needed. So, marketing, taxes, all the finances, all that kind of thing. There's different sessions that are run on the different areas. So as soon as you become a student with us, you can get in contact with the member of the team that deals with that, and then we can go forward with that with what support would be available. It depends case by case on what's available and how we can support you.
Lovely, thank you. And I think this is a question for both of you, really. So while campus recruitment, sorry, let me try that again. While campus recruitment is companies ask for other supportive so I think let me try that again. I think what the question is asking is for companies that support off campus, so private companies doing placementships or internships rather than ones that are based on campus. Teresa, can I pass that to you in terms of support from placements to start with?
Part of our team is a centralised placements team, and they deal very much with anything placement wise. So whether that's a year in industry, whether it's a summer internship, things like that. So yeah, we have got the placements team available for any questions about that. You know, we can help you to find vacancies, we can help you apply for them, we can show you where to look for things like that.
Sam, are you able to answer from a placement aspect at all from Unitemps?
Yeah, so quite a few of our companies that we work with, they offer, like I mentioned, part-time and full-time opportunities. Some of the companies that we work with, they offer remote work. So if you guys live, say, about 15-20 minute drive away from the business, like I say, they do offer flexible working hours and days. So they say to us, we're happy to offer remote work once the students pass their probation period. So that's a case of you. That's the case of you guys working with for the company for the first 12 weeks and following successful probation period, they can then offer remote work. So it might help you guys out traveling every day to the company where you can work from home, or you can come to the university and do the job from the university using the university's, facilities such as computers, laptops, things like that. So we help you guys out as much as we can to for you to succeed in your position.
Lovely, thank you. We've had a couple of questions where people aren't quite 18 yet. So will they be able to find part-time jobs?
Yeah, so the youngest that we can place is 16-year-olds. As long as they've left high school, you can still work through Unitemps. So only if you're 17 or 18, that's absolutely fine. You can still apply for jobs, and we can definitely put your CV forward for positions. Absolutely.
Lovely, thank you. Teresa, I'm going to point this one to you again, if that's okay. So this one's from Brian. He's mentioned that the AI has really grown with time. What skills do you think are essential as an accountant so that you won't be laid off? Hopefully be more positive than that. But yeah, what skills would you advise given AI's grown in the world of accountancy?
Oh gosh, put me on the spot here. I mean, talking about skills that, employers want, there's a vast array of them. You're looking at your technical ones, so anything to do with the industry, but then employers are also looking for people that can communicate, people that can work well in a team. So, you've always got to think about those transferable skills as well, which you can pick up from part-time work, from placement opportunities, from life. So I think rather than going into in too much detail in that way, I think it's a case of thinking, okay, well I've got the qualifications that they need. What else do I need as well? And it's like what I said before about the degree not being enough. The qualification isn't always enough. It's what else you've got, what else you can do as well. And a lot of that is like the transferable skills that I was talking about, that and the extra things that you've done that make you stand out from someone else.
Lovely, thank you. There's another question that I'm going to jump in on here. So the question is about if you can work during your first year. So I was a student myself here at Staffs, and I worked through Unitemps as a student ambassador the whole way through my undergraduate, my master's, and my PhD whilst I was here. There's you can work at any point as a student. How much you want to work is obviously restricted if you are on a student visa and those points in the year, such like Sam said. But you can work from the first day should you wish to. But just bear in mind, obviously, you want to make sure that you are prioritising your studies. So I hope that answers that question, Prem, regarding you can work literally from your first year there, and you gain a lot from it. I wouldn't have got this job if I hadn't got my first job through Unitemps, so that was great there. Right, let's have a look at some other questions we've got. Thank you so much for sending your questions through. It's great. If you do also want to put your hand up, we can and speak through the mic. That's absolutely fine too. Okay. So there's a question that's specifically about a particular course and in terms of the jobs available for that. I will reply to you, Abraham, separately if that's okay, with some details from the course director, just so we can make sure with that being a very specialised course, if that's okay. Talha, apologies if I've said your name incorrectly there, has asked, how and where do we find different teams in person and discuss our portfolio? I'm going to share that with you, Teresa, if that's okay.
Okay, so what depends what you mean by portfolio. Is it an art creative portfolio? Anyway, we are based in the Science Centre, so the careers team, we help with your CVs and your applications, and we also do portfolio reviews, as in games portfolios, art portfolios. I'm not quite sure whether that's what you mean, but you can contact us when you start at the university. We're based in the Science Centre, which is where Student Connect also is. And our email is just very simple, careers@staffs.ac.uk. So that's how you can get in contact with us from day one.
I will just put the contact details back up on the screen. So there you go. They're the contact details that Teresa was talking about there for the careers team.
But if it's anything to do with employability in your career, then we can help support with any of that sort of, applications and portfolios and things like that.
Lovely. Does anyone else have any questions at all? Is it possible to be focused on my education for the first year and not be disturbed by any job or company? As I said previously in that my answer to Prem, you don't have to work if you don't want to, but you're welcome to work from the first point if you wish. Am I right, Sam and Teresa? You can sign up for newsletters and things from you guys, can't you, that highlight different jobs and things that are going on? And I guess if you don't sign up for those, you wouldn't get those. Would that be correct?
Yeah, so when you sign up to our website, it gives you an option if you want to receive emails or job alerts sent to your phone. So you can still sign up to the website if you want to, or you can sign up after your first year. So before you start in your second year, you can then sign up and tick the box to say you want to receive notifications. But in regards to your first year, then like Ali just mentioned, you don't have to work whatsoever. It's just the option there. If you did want to work through us, then you can in your first year.
Great, thank you. Jalal, do you have a question? Do you want to pop your mic on?
Okay, everyone. I hope you are doing well, and thank you for such effective event. Yeah, I have a question. As a master degree instructor in Gino, from outside of, international student, I have two questions because it's only 1 year, and for master degree, and this 1 year, how long it will take if I join the university, how long it will take that to secure a job, and also to be supportive financially for international students. What is the medium income for this part-time jobs or freelancing? These are the two questions I have. Thank you.
Sam, are you able to take at least a
Yeah,
couple of those questions? I think were more to you than Teresa, and then
yeah,
pick up
that's
from
fine,
there.
Jalal. I didn't pick up all your questions, so I'll answer what I heard. So I do apologise. I think I heard you mention about the rates of pay for different jobs. In regards to rates of pay for different jobs, again, it just varies on the company's needs. Some companies do offer minimum wage for some positions, but for more specialised roles, then they do offer more than minimum wage. At the moment, minimum wage is £12.21 per hour. Now, when you're working through Unitemps, you only get paid for the days that you work. So if you were to take a day off work, for example, you won't get paid for that day. But when you're employed through an agency and through Unitemps, you also get an additional hourly rate, which is something called holiday pay. So which is basically the equivalent of 28 days holiday broken down into an hourly rate. Now I know the minimum wage for that with £12.21 is roughly about £1.45 per hour. So not only do you get £12.21 per hour, you also get £1.40 holiday pay on top of that as well. But in regards to the wages and salary, it just varies on the company's needs. But what we do is when we get a job that comes through to us on the job advert, we put the salary on there and the hourly rate, just so you're aware of how much you would be paid for the position before you apply for the job.
Yeah, thank you. Just the first question I had that because we have only short time, I mean 1 year, and within 1 year, once we join the campus, we would like to find a part-time job or as a freelancing opportunities, any kind of opportunities that can be supportive for us. For international students, how will be this process? How long it takes to secure a job as soon as possible?
Yeah, I mean, again, it varies on the company. When we advertise some positions out, some companies looking for the job to be filled within 1 or 2 months. Some are looking for it to be filled, within the next day. It just varies on the companies, to be honest with you. And again, when we advertise the jobs out, we do put on the job spec how soon they're looking to be filled, just so you guys are aware before you apply for a job. If you're looking to start a job as soon as possible, if the job advert says looking for 2 to 3 months in advance, that probably won't be for you. But if on the job advert it says they're looking for the position to be filled as soon as possible, then that will probably more likely be the job for you to apply for. So we make sure it's all really well advertised on the job specs, just so you're aware of how soon they're looking for the position to be filled.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Right, Teresa, I'm going to put you on the spot here, and I'm not expecting you to know the exact answer to this, but the question is, what percentage of international students are employed on jobs related to their courses? So if you could give us an overview of, I guess, more directly students that, are employed in areas of their degree.
Yeah, that's something I don't know. I would need to look into that. I'm afraid it's not something that I know offhand at the moment.
No worries. As I said,
it
I wasn't
varies. Yeah, it does vary on the students. Some students are looking for some work that's relatable to their degree, whereas other students might be looking for some temporary work just for a bit of extra income whilst they're studying. So it kind of just varies on like I mentioned, what the students are looking for, really. If they're looking for some valid work experience, or if they're just looking for some temporary positions just for some extra income alongside their course.
I think I'm just going to add again, I'm going to go back to my personal experience here for this. But I personally, I did a degree in forensics here at Staffs. Absolutely loved my degree, 100% thought that was the field I was going into. But then as I worked more as a student ambassador, I learned more about the university. It really changed the jobs that I wanted to get into afterwards. And that's again how I ended up in my current role in international recruitment. So there's lots of opportunities that obviously can take you lots of different ways depending on what your plans are.
There's a lot of courses that we offer where it can be tricky to get relevant work experience that's part-time. But I would echo what's been said. Any job will give you transferable skills. It'll give you, good work experience, certainly, even if it's not necessarily entirely related to your course. But we do everything we can to help you find that work. But yeah, it's any work is good experience while you're at university.
Thank you. And the last question that we have here made me chuckle. So it says, so if I work for 20 hours on minimum wage for cleaning or something, I'd definitely get £12.40 an hour. That's the minimum wage, isn't it?
Yeah, so is it Higham? Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. But yeah, so the minimum wage is £12.21 per hour, plus your additional holiday pay per hour. It's by law, we have to pay at least minimum wage for positions. So yeah, it would be £12.21 per hour, plus the additional holiday pay on top of that as well.
So does anyone else have any questions at all? Thank you so much, everyone, for your questions so far. They've been really good. There's a couple of them where I have replied to you directly in the chat. If you do obviously have any questions that you think of after this session, you can get in contact, obviously, with Unitemps and the careers team directly. So I'll just pop the careers contact details up there for you so you can see those. And then I will also pop up how you can sign up for Unitemps as well. So that's how you can sign up to Unitemps there. But if we don't have any other questions, I think we might call the session to a close. Thank you very much, Sam and Teresa, for joining us today. It was great to have your expertise and to go through everything. If anybody does, as I say, have any questions following this meeting, you're more than welcome to get in touch with the international recruitment team, and I can pass your queries on to the correct team. So ours is internationalrecruitment@staffs.ac.uk. You can also drop me a message on Campus Connect as well, and I can get back to you there and go from there. Any questions that you do have in relation to your application process, any point like that, again, please get in touch with us via email and we can support you from there. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining us and for your great questions. And we hope to see you at our next webinar in a couple of weeks' time. So keep an eye out for your emails and on Campus Connect for updates about that. Thank you, everybody.